A very warm good morning to all my dear students. Before going with our lesson, I have given you two audios. Okay, in the first audio, you will be going to get the dictation for the sentences. Listen to the audio carefully and write on the sentences. Okay, then in the second audio, whatever is there, that is a transcript, a passage. Okay, so listen to that audio also carefully and then write down the answer in your workbook in the exercise 1.1 and 1.2. Okay, now let's begin with our grammar section. Today in grammar we are having I will be going to teach you two content. Okay, one is the synonyms and the other one is the pronouns. Now, why we are reading this particular grammar two sections? Synonyms and pronouns. Synonyms is a word which has a same meaning. So the time when we are going to read the synonym, what will happen? We will able to enhance our vocabulary. So why we are reading this? The objective of reading the synonym is to enhance our vocabulary so that we can get a lot of words with us. Whereas for the pronoun, when we are reading about the pronoun, today we will be going to come across with three different form of pronouns. One is the subjective, objective, and the last one the reflexive. We will be going in detail. So let's begin with the synonyms. Synonyms means, as I said, that it is a word which is having the same meaning. So I have given you some of the example, like profit. Profit means to gain something. So the synonym of the word profit will be gain. Glad. Glad means happy. So here same meaning. Listen, we are hearing it. So again the same meaning. Little, that is small. Thin, that means slender. Funny, humorous. And free, that means release. So these are some of the examples with which I just want to make you analyze that what synonym exactly is. So we come to know that synonyms are the words which has same meaning. Okay, and then after reading this we will be proceeding with our exercise. Now coming to the next topic, my topic is pronoun. Now children, what is pronoun? Pronoun is a word which stands in a place of noun. No, Ram is a king of Ayodhya. Ram went to exile. Ram went along with Lakshman and Sita. Ram went for 14 years. So what we are doing? We are going on writing the noun Ram again and again and again. But the time when we are framing the sentence, what we can do? Instead of repeating the same name again and again, we can use the pronoun. Okay, so for Ram we can use he. So Ram is the king of Ayodhya. He went to exile. He went with his brother and his wife. He went for 14 years of exile. So what we did? We replaced the noun Ram with the pronoun he. Okay, so what is it? Pronoun that is taking the place of the noun. So that is the definition. It stands in the place of noun. Now these nouns are of different type. Like we have studied in our lower classes. I is the first person pronoun. Okay, first person pronoun. Whereas you is the second person pronoun. Then he, she, it. This is the, and they, including they. These are the third person pronoun. Okay, so when we are talking about the pronoun, we come to know that these are the personal pronouns, and this pronoun can be divided into three parts. Firstly, first person, then second person, and the third person pronoun. Now in our syllabus we have to read about the subjective pronoun, object pronoun, and reflexive pronoun. Now what is subject pronoun? Subject pronoun means the pronoun which perform the action in a sentence. Any of the pronoun which is performing the action in the sentence. Like I gave you the example, I am a singer. So I is the pronoun, and what I am doing? I am performing something. So this particular sentence is talking about the action taken by the pronoun I. It can be he, it can be you. Okay, so when we go for the second one, you, then we will write you are a singer. If we go for he, she, then we will say he is a singer or she is a singer. Okay, so the time when we are using the subject, the noun as a subject which is performing an action, so that is known as our subjective pronoun. Now coming to the next one is our objective pronoun. Objective pronoun means the action which is received by the pronoun. Okay, so receive the action in a sentence, and then what we can do, I can be replaced for the objective. I will be taking the place with me. You will remain you. He will change into him. She will change into her. It will remain it as well. They will remain as they will change into them. For example, give me a book. Give that book to me. Give that book to me. So here the pronoun which I have used here, you can find that the pronoun is not used in the subject part of the sentence. As we know that the subject divides into two parts. One is the subject, another one is the predicate. So here when the noun comes in the subject part, then it is known as the subject pronoun. But here what is happening, as this particular pronoun comes in the predicate section, so this becomes the object. Okay, and then the time when we are making the noun as an object, then we can use these words like me, you, him, her, or it and them. What I told you. Okay, I will, in place of I, it will become me. In place of you, it will remain you. He will become him. She will become her. It will remain it. They will turn into them. Last one is our reflexive. And reflexive means when we refer to the subject of the sentence again. Whatever the action is performed, when we are returning back to the subject, then that is our reflexive pronoun. Means we are emphasizing the subject here. So here, Joy brought himself a book. So here, himself is reflecting back to the subject, Joy. Okay, so when we are using self with the word, this is a key word I can say. Okay, whenever we are using self, himself, herself, themselves, when we are using self, then that particular pronoun will function as a reflexive pronoun. Got it? So pronouns are of subject pronoun, object pronoun and reflexive pronoun. Now let us go to the exercise. Okay.